you in the room who don't know MTAA Super, we've been a fund that's been around for 28 years now, since 1989, and perhaps renowned for being one of the most innovative funds in terms of alternative investments, not the least of which is the connection that we had with ANU Connect as well. So it was fabulous to hear Brian talk about his passion for innovation. And it will lead me to talk a little bit further about why we became involved with the Solar Invictus teams. So just a little bit about MTAA Super. As I say, we were created back in 1989, primarily to be the industry fund for the motor trades. Today we manage over $10 billion for over 245,000 Australians. And we have a vision to be the most inspiring superannuation fund in Australia. Again, I think that's a little bit innovative when you look at some of the visions that other funds might have. And the reason why we chose to be the most inspiring superannuation fund was to bring to the fore the importance of continually being entrepreneurial and innovative in all that we do, whether it's our investments or the services that we provide to our members. In terms of the relationship that we have and how we came on board with this team, it did come about from relationships. We were talking about that just at the table and how important relationships are, and I think that's something that I hope all of the team on the project takes away. A learning curve. I've spoken to some of you this evening and heard of some of the troubles, so be very innovative about how you find that foam. But in terms, as I say, in terms of our sponsorship here, our board has been looking at, for some time, in the corporate social responsibility space. And it's fair to say, we have a board of 9. There's a fairly diverse view as to what corporate social responsibility might mean. And we've looked at a number of events. This one did come along, as I say, through our connections with ANU Connect. We had done quite a bit of work, the anchor here had done quite a bit of work, pulling together some guidelines that we thought might help our board come to agreement about what would be a great initiative to invest in from this CSR role. I looked at this one that came along, it came along fairly late in the piece. We didn't have a board meeting planned, and I just went, wow, this ticks all the boxes. As I said to Professor Cardew Hall earlier, I said to myself, if the board doesn't take this one on, I don't think I'm ever going to find something that they will ignite with. But the reason why it did tick all the boxes, that innovation that Brian was talking about, the fact that it was student-led, the fact that it's here in Canberra with the ANU, a partner that we've had a long association with, and the fact that for MTAA Super, we are the biggest industry fund here in Canberra. When I talked about having a vision of being inspiring, that comes off the back of having some fairly different values as well, not the least of which is one that's called community and mateship. And being the biggest industry fund here in Canberra, we feel that we are part of the community, but we're always looking at ways that we can foster that and broaden that community feel. Again, this initiative just ticked all of those boxes. So we're incredibly excited, and it has been fabulous dealing with Emily and the students. We do receive a weekly update that I don't necessarily look at every week, but I can assure you there are others on the team that do, and they'll certainly let me know if something's going adrift. But it's just fabulous to be able to see this come together, and an inaugural event. Again, with as Brian has said, no pressure, Emily. We know you're doing a fabulous job. We know the team is doing a fabulous job. But it'd be great to see you up there. We want to be able to be in a position to be looking at what we can do further down the track, and to be able to see the important goals that you will reach, the milestones that you will reach, and if nothing else, it is going to be the best looking car out there for sure. Particularly if the shirts are anything to go by tonight. They look an absolute treat. You look fantastic. So we do want to foster a sense of optimism about the future, not only here with our initiative here, but amongst our members and our stakeholders. We're in an industry that's forever changing, a little bit like the automotive industry. And again, if I think about some of those synergies, sustainability is a very important factor to us. So again, to be able to be supporting the solar team, which, as has been explained to us when we looked into this, the fact that there's componentry that has come out of previous races that's now in the mainstream. That's just incredibly important in this day and age, particularly with the automotive industry that's changing very much. It's not an industry that is over. It is an industry, just because manufacturing is finished up, it is an industry that is changing. So the sorts of things that can come out of what you're doing here, thinking into the future, is incredibly important. And again, I say we're really excited to be part of that. So it is initiatives like this which bridge institutions of research and higher learning with public and private industry. We think that represents that entrepreneurial spirit that is one of our values. The project also supports, and this is something that we're looking at a little bit further down the track, but nevertheless it was something that we acknowledged, identified, I think fairly early in the piece, that there was an important, just given where the race was and where our membership is, so not only do we have membership in the large cities, but we're very well represented in regional areas, including the Northern Territory. And we have a great relationship with one of our state associations up there. So one of the other elements that was, as I say, really important to us and that we were again excited about was the educational and diversity objectives that we could see for perhaps Indigenous apprentices in the Northern Territory and rural Australia. As I say, we, through our association with MTAA Northern Territory, we're actually working to look at creating a secondment for perhaps an Indigenous apprentice, potentially a scholarship here with the ANU. That's just something else that has come out of this and that we would like to be able to explore further. We're also, of course, going to be working with the team in a post-race automotive education tour. So we think about our membership and where they are. As I say, the sorts of things that these races can deliver in terms of a changed organisation, a changed industry. And I think that is something that's incredibly exciting that we're looking forward to as well. So I don't want to take up too much time here. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you a little. Again, it's great to see all the sponsors on board. And we're looking forward to 153 days. So those weekly updates are definitely going to become a priority on my Monday morning, and I can't wait to see the car itself. So good luck to all the team, both everyone who's here, everyone who's behind the scenes. Again, a terrific initiative in terms of its involvement in the entire university. That was, that's fantastic. Good luck to everybody there. We will be there at the start of the race in one way, shape or another, and I hope at the finish line to be cheering on the winners. Thank you.